move abroad, you're gonna find a job, you're gonna be able to sustain yourself, you're even gonna be able to send money home, buy a car, you know, all these things. And then you come down and reality hits, and reality hits hard. New hair, who this? Now this one is the Christmas one. This one is the Christmas. I actually got the inspo for this video from something someone sent me, and I'll put it right here. So someone sent me this. Just take a moment and read. And when I first looked at it, I was like, this person, number one, is in a different state. Number two, I do not know them personally. And I was just like, what exactly do they want? Do not underestimate the power that social media has, whatever platform it is. So this is what inspired the whole video, and I just thought I would share from my own experience. I am not a career expert, I am not a career coach, I am nothing of that sort, but I just thought of maybe a few tips and tricks here that could maybe ease your job search as a person who's living abroad and is new to living abroad. Because to be honest, living abroad requires you to, of course, earn some little money, however little it is. And how you earn that money obviously is by finding a job, which sometimes is not as easy as you hoped it would be. Because I think I mentioned this in my other video where you're told, move abroad, you're gonna find a job, you're gonna be able to sustain yourself, you're even gonna be able to send money home, buy a car, you know, all these things. And then you come down and reality hits, and reality hits hard. So if you come with all these expectations and then you come and these expectations are not being fulfilled, then you're like, what is going wrong? Like, what am I doing wrong? Or am I looking for a job in a field maybe I shouldn't be looking for a job in, and stuff like that. So let's dive straight into it. If you're new here, my name is Lisa. Thank you so much for joining me. The first thing, and one thing I have said over and over again in, like, I think all my videos, is research. Because for you to find a job, you need to know what kinds of jobs are offered in the area you are in. So you see, like, this person was asking me about what I do, but then we're in different states. I do not even know the job market there, and yeah, it's very different. So it's very important for you to research, know what area you're in, what kind of jobs are there. Are there maybe hotel jobs? Are there maybe hospital jobs? Are there maybe retail jobs? Are there maybe admin jobs if you want to work in admin? Or are there probably jobs in your field if you have any experience from when you were living obviously in your home country and you want to transfer those skills into your new job? So does that actually apply? Like, were you probably a doctor in your home country and you're living abroad, and maybe you're studying to be maybe senior doctor? I don't know these medical terms. So are you able to work, for example, in hospital as you continue studying and stuff like that? I have been following this person on TikTok who moved from, I'm not so sure if it's the UK or it's Nigeria, to Canada. And he was a medical doctor, and he obviously moved to continue pursuing his medical degree. And at first he started working at the hospital, but then he realized, this is not what I want. Like, it's very different and it's not what I was looking for. And so he was like, you know what, backtrack. And now he's working at a warehouse. Can you believe it? He's a doctor where he's from, but he's working in a warehouse. So you need to research and weigh your options. Number 2, you need to edit your resume and cover letter to the new country's standards. One of the things I was told as soon as I landed was, make sure your CV is according to the Australian standards. I did not know what that was. But I had to research, I had to Google and see how CVs are made probably in the Australian standard compared to the Kenyan way. And obviously I had to change my CV and make sure certain things were maybe highlighted more, certain things were removed, and certain things were obviously put in the new resume to just make sure that I am aligning, because it's not Kenyans who are going to look at my resume at the end of the day. It's normal recruiters in your new country abroad. So it's just easy for you to make their job easier, obviously, even as you search for jobs in whatever field. So if it's admin, look at how resumes or CVs are made in admin in your new country. If it's maybe medicine, look at how resumes are made. Do they require a cover letter? Make sure you have all these documents before you even start applying. Now, the biggest thing, and I think what also helped me find a job as soon as I did, was the fact that people knew I was looking for a job, and so people sent me jobs or the availability of jobs in the area. So for example, of course, I was using like online platforms. I was using Indeed, I was using Seek, I was using Jora. I think there's different sites, so these are the three main sites here, and obviously I would skim through them to see what jobs I was able to do. But then other than that, I remember my first job was actually from a friend who just sent the JD, and then I applied. So what I'm trying to say is you need to network, and you need to tell your people that you're looking for a job, you're actively looking for a job, so that when they hear about a job opening, they send it to you, and then obviously you can apply and all that. Another thing is LinkedIn is a very powerful professional platform. Shameless plug, I do LinkedIn branding for people, but aside from that, LinkedIn on its own is a very, very strong professional networking site, and it's one where you can look for jobs. It's one where you can network with professionals in the industries you're targeting. It's one where if you align your brand or your profile in a good way, recruiters and employers can actually see you and call you for a job before you even apply sometimes. So leverage on social media, leverage on these online job seeking platforms, leverage on networking, because you never know, your job could just be your neighbor who has it and you don't even know. So use every platform you can. Now, this one is one that is a bit expensive, but sometimes it is what is required for you to secure a job. So one of the things I have found here, especially if you're working, say, or you're targeting healthcare or support worker roles, you need to have certain certifications. So you need to have maybe manual handling, you need to have certificate 3 or certificate 4 in, there's various, so there's disability, there's certificate 4 in support work, there's I think AIN and stuff. AIN is assistant in nursing. So yeah, so there's all these certifications, and one thing about these certifications, they're not cheap, but then when you're able to actually secure these certifications and get a certificate that you can showcase to your potential employer, it's very easy for you to find a job. So all you need to do is apply for the job, and normally they call you and they're like, do you have the certificate? And you're like, yes. And they ask, can you come in as soon as you can? So this is something that is very helpful. So what I'd suggest is as you're moving, please just have a little money aside to pay for these certifications, because you'll need maybe first aid certificate, you'll need probably a certificate 3, certificate 4. I'm not so sure if you can actually like do these certifications in your home country and then come abroad and show the certifications. I'm not so sure. I think it just depends. Yeah, some may allow you to do that, others may not. I'm not so sure. So to be on the safe side, just come with money and then you can pay. It's easier Don't you agree? The last one, and one that I know is the hardest, especially for people who move to the like European, the western side of living abroad from obviously Africa and stuff. This one is tough, but sometimes it is what is required before you get to the role you're looking for, and that is be open to any opportunity. I know, like this one is a bit but yeah, I've realized like some of the jobs that are kind of like looked down upon in Africa or in Kenya, where I am from, such as maybe like the blue collar, I think they're called blue collar jobs. So like the blue collar jobs, which are like looked down on in Kenya, when you move abroad, no one even cares what you do. Like you, as long as you're making your money. So if you find like a cleaning job, if you find like a plumbing job, if you find like an electrician job, and some of these jobs where they pay so well, like electrician, plumber, those ones pay so well. But obviously if you find any role, do it, and do it to the best of your ability. Don't just think about, oh, I'm cleaning, this is something I've never done, it's not something I wanted to do. Like, look at the positive side, which is like you're making money as you do it. You're able to network more because you're gonna meet other people. You're gonna meet corporates who probably you're cleaning their offices. You're gonna meet different people who could eventually help you like secure the role that you are after. So whatever role it is, do it, and do it to the best of your ability. Do not like overthink it and be like, oh, it's a small role, I don't want to do it. Think about the money. Think about the money. The money will help you. So whatever it is, do it, and do it to the best of your ability. Remember, it is just a stepping stone. Like, you're just settling in. It's not something you're gonna do forever, because obviously you have your goals, you have whatever. And even if you do it forever, it makes you good money, it makes you honest money that you can eventually use to do those things that people said you could do, like send money home. So do it, and do it to the best of your ability. Alrighty, that brings me to the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you have gathered some tips and tricks that could be helpful for you in your job search. Like I always mentioned, and like I mentioned at the beginning of this video, different places, different environments, different work ethics, different work environments. So pick what works for you and do it with a lot of research. Thank you so much for watching. If you haven't, please subscribe, and as usual, I will see you in my next one. Bye.